We're going to take a look at the new rounded edges feature found in PhotoView 360 2013. I have a plastic housing for a router here, and the model has some good detail, has the cutouts here and the cutouts for some sort of maybe lights or knobs or plugins. We have a little Wi-Fi symbol on top, and we want to show our client a more realistic view of this so they can have a good idea of what it's going to look like when it's actually produced. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to a camera view. And what I've done is added a dark gray medium gloss plastic. I've added the white medium gloss plastic to the Wi-Fi area, and I've added the blue medium gloss plastic to the Wi-Fi area. And I have the preview window running in the background. So if we fire it off a render and we send it over to our client as is, this is what we would see. We have our housing, and you'll notice that all of the edges have a very sharp edge, which is exactly the way it's modeled. If I put these side by side here, you can see I have a sharp edge in the model and I have a sharp edge in the rendering, which is fine. The problem being, if you've done any rendering for any length of time, you know that it's always nice to break sharp edges, to add just a tiny little fillet to help give them better definition, to help pick up some highlights, to help differentiate them from other areas of the model. So you can see on this edge, and especially on this edge, these two faces actually seem to blend together, even though they are at different levels in the actual model. So in the past, if there was a way to add those fillets, it was to go to SolidWorks, go to Features, and add the fillets using SolidWorks, so they could be shown in PhotoView 360. And that's an okay way to work. It's been that way for a lot of years, but it does come with some problems, and the problems would be can be very time consuming to add those fillets if you have a lot of filleting to do. Sometimes your geometry is such that SolidWorks actually won't add the fillet. You'll receive an error that says something like fillet cannot be created due to geometry conditions. Please try the fillet expert, or something like that. So you know that can be frustrating. It can take some time to work around that error and get the filleting to work. So again, you're spending more time. And three, you may not actually need those fillets in the model to manufacture, your part. So if you spend a lot of time adding those fillets in SolidWorks just for the rendering, it's kind of wasted time for the actual manufacture of the part. So, what we want to do is be able to add those fillets very quickly, just so we get a good look. We really don't care if they're 100% geometrically correct, as long as they look good. So in 2013, SolidWorks, PhotoView 360, has added something called rounded edges to appearances to do the filleting work for you, or to fake the filleting work for you. That's probably a better term. So if I just go ahead and edit the dark gray medium gloss plastic, and I switch over to the advanced tab and go to illumination, you'll see down here at the bottom there's a new area called round sharp edges, and by default it is set to 0. I'm going to go ahead and set that to 1 millimeter. And I'm going to say OK. And my preview window is updating here in the background. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. Might take a moment for that to happen. There it goes. And you can see now that all of the edges that have the gray medium gloss plastic, those edges have been given a 1 millimeter fillet. And if you look here, it helps pull that edge away from the edge below it. Same over here. I now get a better definition of the edge that's higher and the edge that's lower. These cutouts now have better definition. You can see how they're picking up the specular highlight on the fillet. So overall, our rendering looks much better just by adding those fillets, and adding those fillets was just changing that one setting in the appearance, which is so much faster than actually adding the fillets to the model itself. So you can see here in the model we have the sharp edges, and here in the rendering we have the filleted edges, and it's on a per appearance basis. So the gray has it, but the blue and the white do not, which is really nice. So you can pick and choose which appearances you'd like to have that fillet. So let's actually go ahead and add the fillets to the white so we can see the difference there as well. So take a look here at what the Wi-Fi looks like now. And we'll go ahead and put this down. We will edit the white medium gloss plastic. We'll go to the illumination tab. We will also set that round edge setting to 1 millimeter. We'll say OK. And the preview window is updating, or should be updating. And there's our preview window. And if you notice, the white appearance areas now have that 1 millimeter fillet applied as well. So now we have it on the gray and on the white. Back in the model, we have the sharp edges on the white. And now you can see we have the filleted edges. So rounded edges in the appearances for PhotoView 360 2013. Great enhancement. It's going to save you a ton of time when it comes time to render your images.